It was a dream, a scene from one of those old movies we loved so much. The room was dim, lit only by the flicker of the projector showing some old French film. There was Lucas, the American boy with eyes that saw more than we did, and my twin brother, Leo. But right then, it was just Lucas and me, caught in a moment where time seemed to stop. His hands were gentle, like he was afraid I might break. We kissed, and it was like nothing I'd ever felt before. There was this electricity, this spark that seemed to light up the dark corners of my heart. I felt his breath on my neck as he whispered my name, Isabel. Only it wasn't my name anymore. It was Clara. My hands found their way under his shirt, feeling his heartbeat matching mine. Lucas pulled me closer, and I could feel his warmth against me. Through our clothes, a barrier we both wanted gone. His lips moved from my mouth to my cheek, down to my neck, each kiss leaving a trail of fire. I helped him out of his shirt, my fingers tracing the lines of his body, learning him like a new language. The room was silent except for our breathing and the soft murmur of the film playing in the background. We lay on the floor, surrounded by cushions and the ghosts of old cinema. He looked at me with those eyes that seemed to understand everything, and I knew I was lost. My hands went to his belt, my fingers fumbling in my eagerness. Lucas smiled, that shy, beautiful smile, and helped me. The world outside this room didn't exist. It was just us, learning each other, discovering what love could be. And then, there was no more space between us. We moved together, finding our rhythm, our breath mingling, our bodies speaking what words could not. It was like we were in our own film, one where love was the script and passion was the only director. Lucas's hands were everywhere, mapping my body like he was committing it to memory. Each touch was a whisper, a promise of more to come. I felt his heartbeat against mine, our pulses synchronized in this dance of intimacy. I looked into his eyes, seeing my own desire reflected back at me. His lips found mine again, and it was like tasting a sweet forbidden fruit. We were both lost in the moment, the world outside our bubble ceasing to exist. His kisses trailed down my neck, each one igniting a fire under my skin. I felt his hand slide down my back, pulling me closer, eliminating any hint of separation between us. Our clothes became a nuisance, something to be shed like the layers of the past. Lucas helped me out of my shirt, his fingers brushing against my skin, sending shivers through me. I reciprocated, my hands eager to feel his warmth, his reality. We were now bare, vulnerable, but in this vulnerability, we found strength. Our bodies pressed together, skin against skin, a silent declaration of our love. In that moment, time seemed to stretch, each second filled with the intensity of our connection. Lucas's touch was gentle yet firm, guiding us in our dance. We moved together, our movement a testament to our unspoken understanding. His lips found new places to explore, and I guided his hands, showing him where my heart beat fastest for him. As we finally came together, there was no more pretense, no more games. The room was filled with the sounds of our love, the rhythm of our bodies in sync, creating a melody of desire and affection. In each other's arms, we found not just physical pleasure, but a profound connection, a shared journey through the landscapes of love and trust. Days turned into weeks, and our little world expanded just enough to include Leo, my brother, who was as much a dreamer as we were. We talked about films, revolution, and love, all while the world outside our apartment seemed to be on the edge of change. Leo was always there, watching, learning, sometimes journeying, but this night was different. It was Leo who suggested we play a game, one where the loser had to do whatever the winner asked. It was silly, childish, but it felt right. I lost, and Lucas, with a playful grin, asked for a kiss. But it was Leo who surprised us, asking for more than just a kiss. He wanted us to perform for him, like actors in our private theater. I looked at Lucas, his eyes asking if it was okay. I nodded, feeling the thrill of the forbidden. Leo sat back, his gaze intense as Lucas's and I began. We kissed, but this time it was for an audience, and that changed everything. Lucas's hands were bolder, mine more adventurous. We played our roles, but the act felt real, the passion genuine. The room was charged with an electric tension. Lucas's hands roamed my body, and I did the same, feeling the heat of his skin, the contours of his back. Leo watched, his breath quickening, his presence adding a layer of excitement to our dance. I felt Lucas lift me, carrying me to our makeshift stage, our eyes locked, the room spinning with desire. We forgot Leo was there. It was just Lucas and me again, lost in each other, our love making a silent film of its own. Each touch was a testament to our growing bond, each kiss a promise of more moments like this. We moved together, not just in body but in spirit, creating our own narrative, one where love knew no bounds. Our days were filled with cinema, talks of politics, and the quiet rebellion of youth. But the nights, oh, the nights were our true escape. One night, after a heated discussion on the revolution, we found ourselves alone, Lucas and I, in the living room where it all began. He pulled me close, his lips finding mine with an urgency that had been building all evening. There was a storm outside, but inside it was just us, the warmth of our bodies, the sound of our hearts. I felt his hands on my waist, pulling me onto his lap, his kisses deepening, speaking of all we felt but couldn't say. Lucas whispered how he'd never felt this way before, how I was his muse, his dream. I laughed, but it was a happy sound, one that turned into a gasp as he kissed my neck, my collarbone, down to where my heart beat for him. We were both explorers in this new world we had created. Each touch a discovery, each sigh a map of our journey. The storm grew louder, matching the rhythm of our bodies as we moved together on the floor, surrounded by our world of art and love. Lucas's touch was like poetry, each caress a verse, each kiss a stanza. I felt his hands tracing the lines of my body, like he was committing each curve to memory. His lips followed, warm and insistent, igniting a fire within me that matched the storm outside. As we lay there, the cool air of the room contrasted with the heat of our skin. Lucas looked at me, his eyes filled with a mix of wonder and desire. I pulled him closer, my fingers in his hair, guiding his mouth back to mine. Our kisses were deep, searching, as if trying to find all the words we'd never said, all the feelings we'd never voiced. He whispered my name, Clara, and it felt like a promise, a declaration of something more than just this moment. Our movements became more urgent, the storm outside forgotten as we became the storm, our breaths quickening, our bodies finding a rhythm that was ours alone. I felt him against me, every inch of him, and it was like we were one. I wrapped my legs around him, pulling him closer, needing to feel every part of him. Each touch was electric, each sigh a note in our symphony of love. Lucas's hands were everywhere, exploring, claiming, loving. I arced into his touch, feeling the world narrow down to just us, to sensations coursing through me. His breath was hot against my skin, his kisses marking paths down my neck, my chest, each one a testament to our passion. We moved together in a dance as old as time, yet it felt like we were the first to ever feel this way. And then there was nothing but us, our bodies speaking a language of love and desire that transcended words. The storm raged on, but we were in our own world, a world where every touch was a declaration, every kiss a promise. Time lost meaning as we held each other, our movements slowing as we found our peace, our sanctuary in each other's arms. The storm outside echoing the tumult of our hearts, now calming into a serene rhythm. As we lay there, wrapped in each other, the storm outside seemed less daunting. We had found our revolution, one of love, of understanding, of breaking free from the norms that bound us. In each other's arms, we were free, our love a quiet rebellion against everything that tried to define us. This was our story, one of dreams, of love, of finding ourselves in the eyes of another. With Lucas, I had found not just passion, but a piece of my soul. And in this small room, with the world outside in turmoil, we had our own little piece of paradise.